Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Hayes, and unless you've been living under a rock for the last 6 or so years and are finally climbing up like this guy, you've probably heard of Hytale. It's been blowing up over the last 2 weeks. It's massive. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably don't know much at all about the actual gameplay of this game. You've probably just seen a trailer or two and got really excited because of the promise that it kind of gives us. So, if you don't know what Hytale is yet, it's an open world sandbox RPG being developed by Hypixel Studios. Hypixel Studios is the same founders of Hypixel, the world's largest Minecraft server. Like, to date, they've broke several world records. The community loves them. So this game's being developed with a strong focus on creativity and adventure. And you might be thinking, just by what's on screen and like the trailers you've seen, is this just modded Minecraft? And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of similarities. It was made by the same developers that spent years of their life developing a unique experience for Minecraft players on the Hypixel Minecraft server. See, what's different is Simon and the Hypixel Studios team there. See, their team's putting the community directly at the center of what Hytale's all about. This YouTube channel, PirateSoftware, that I stumbled across while I was doing research for this video, put it best.
But the idea is that it's Minecraft but better. It is built for modding, is the idea. We can go and build all of our own stuff and then put it in there and then go and build that. So imagine Minecraft, but not single-threaded, but not where we have to have these modding frameworks over the top of them. Like, we can just have Minecraft and modify it to do whatever we want. And it looks better too. So I'm excited for this. How do you make games built for modding? You have to build in systems where players can write their own scripting language, or like write stuff in their own scripting, or be able to import their own models and textures and things like that. You basically make it so that it is allowed to do that, instead of them having to modify the client to get it to work. How do they fund it? They run the largest Minecraft server in the world. It's Hypixel.
So basically, the game is being designed almost as a program that you can edit. It's supposed to be user-friendly, and anyone, if you just spend a little bit of time to learn how to do it, could make anything that they want. Whether it's mods, whether it's their own creatures, whether it's builds, creative spaces, multiplayer servers, whatever it is that you can imagine that you can create, you'll be able to do it in this game. So just for a little bit of backstory to catch us up, development for Hytale began in 2018, and it took the internet by storm when the initial announcement trailer was released. This trailer amassed over 61 million views over the course of like 2 weeks. It was massive. It was larger than any other announcement trailer for any games during that year. People were talking about it all the time. Like, it was the next best thing. So around April of 2020, Hypixel Studios and Hytale itself was purchased by Riot Games, the same developer of like Valorant and League of Legends, a massive industry giant in the space of development for games. The game originally, before it was purchased, was going to be PC only on their legacy build, but Riot Games wanted it to be cross-platform. So Hytale's development team there at Hypixel Studios and Riot Games, they chose to redevelop the entire engine from scratch as a cross-platform engine. They spent nearly $50 million over a course of 5 years with several different delays, only to announce that the game was completely scrapped and canceled in June of 2025. But thankfully, that brought us to here where we're at now. November of the same year, Simon Collins LaFlame, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, he reacquired the rights to this game, everything about it. There were some issues though. So the cross-platform build, the engine, was the original reason that the game got scrapped by Riot Games. The development team couldn't make that engine run to the expectation and the promise that they gave everyone when they first announced the game. So Simon and his team, now after they purchased it, they made the bold move to choose to go back to the legacy build, the legacy engine that was PC only, and to start there. Now this build is about 4 years old. It's not as advanced as far as gameplay and story that the other engine was, but it should get us back to a level ground and hopefully we can get a playable game out of it. Now, the funding for the development of this game is personally going to be supplied by Simon and his business partner for the next 10 years. They know that they're going to be spending a lot of money, and they've announced multiple times they don't expect any return on their investment for 8 to 10 years down the road, a long time. Their aims is just to build something that's going to last, that the community is going to remember, and that everyone will want to be a part of. Now, just a few hours before recording this video, I could not have given you a date as to when early access would be available or when you'd be able to go out and try to purchase this game. But thankfully, now I can. So the announcement's gonna be made very shortly here on Friday, November 28th, right after Thanksgiving at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Simon posted this on X that he plans to announce it that Friday. So I'm thinking, based on the context clues of this and that they had delays with the holidays, that we're gonna see a potential 2026 release date, which is fine with me. But if it's in January of 2026, that would be great. And they already announced the price of the game, and honestly, I'm kind of shocked. With their personal funding of this game for the next 10 years, I thought their prices were gonna skyrocket. But that's not the case at all. The prices aren't changing. They change a little bit, but the standard version of the game is gonna be $19.99. So under $20 for this entire game. That is wild. That's massive. There's two other tiers as well. There's a supporter tier for $34.99, and then a curse breaker, which is like the founders package for $69.99. I would imagine with the supporter tier, you're gonna get some kind of cosmetic skin, maybe a letter addressed to you by email or something, just something digitally that kind of signifies that you helped support the game and its funding goals. Now, if you do the Founders Pack, I'm sure you're going to get that same cosmetic skin. You'll probably get something in-game. You'll probably get your name somewhere on a website or just in the credits of the game for who was part of the Founders Pack. What is that? Pre-ordering. When you pre-order a game, like a AAA title, they give you like a statue. You'll probably get something like that, maybe even. So now the only downside is Simon wants to give us the best game that he can possibly give us, and that means sacrificing cross-platform. So I'm sorry to all the console players. Personally, I own an Xbox, I own a Switch, I own a PlayStation. I would have loved to be able to just casually play on those. I am not able to. I'm not even able to play on PC when you guys are able to play it because I sold my PC. So I'm in the works of trying to get a new one, but I won't be able to unfortunately play with you guys when it comes out. Maybe if I can purchase one, that'd be great. Maybe we could play together. So they are continuing their development off of a 4-year-old build of the Legacy Edition. So they put out some statements that early access, just right off the bat, like, don't get your expectations too high. This is not a complete, perfect game. It's going to be buggy. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be unbalanced. It might be even unfair at times. The game's just going to continue to break over and over as they continue to update it. It's not going to be a golden boy for games. It's going to be like the bottom of the barrel. They're just making it so it's playable. It's not going to be perfect. That's about it. So you might be thinking to yourself, what should I expect when I purchase this game? So unfortunately, the original RPG story mode had to be postponed. It wasn't in a state of completion that they were comfortable releasing for the game. So for the time being, they're just focusing on making the sandbox building experience playable with all of the mobs, all the NPCs, all the combat, all the exploration structures and whatnot. They want to make that as playable as it can be. So the core gameplay of Early Access is going to revolve around exploration, dungeons, fighting monsters, and building while you learn about the lands of Hytale. So this world is going to be procedurally generated, and as far as I know, it's going to be infinite. There's no two adventures or no two tales that you'll go on that are going to be alike. It's really going to drive the replayability of this game. It's going to be very similar to the Valheims, to the Minecraft, to the Terrarias. Replayability is going to be high with this one. There's going to be several structures, in-game structures that you can find and loot within the game, such as dungeons, caves, camps, I think there's going to be like some temples, ruins, and villages. There's going to be castles. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff that you can go out and explore and try to find. The game also boasts, from what I could see, over 100 mobs, animals, different creatures and monsters, the NPCs that I mentioned. There's a handful of different enemies and bosses. There's a lot in this game. So as far as combat that you can expect from this game, it's going to be similar to Skyrim's playstyle with like attack movements and everything. It looks really fun. It looks like there's some kind of mana, stamina that you also have to use. There might be magic in the game. There's like a certain scene in one of the gameplay trailers that they just announced where the guy throws down this potion and it's like increasing his mana while he's in there. That'll be really fun. At launch, the game's gonna consist of like the survival and creative mode, and you'll also be able to customize and mod the game right away. I think you'll be able to create servers, SMPs, anything multiplayer. It should be available right away. Now, as far as the platform it'll be available on, it's gonna be for PC and Mac that I know of. I don't know if it's gonna be on Steam, if it's gonna be downloadable. I don't know how we're gonna be able to purchase it. But I am extremely excited about this game, and I hope you are too. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out at all, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more. Leave a comment on what you're most excited about, or if there's anything that you think I should make another video on that you'd be interested in learning. And until next time, have a good day.